Good morning. We are very excited to be with you today in these very high, energetically charged times. We will first say to the collective that there are many beings and guides that have been supporting you along your journey through your ascension, through your opening. And they would like to remind you of how excited they are and how proud they are that you have made it through some of your most heavy times. And they want to encourage you to look back upon your journey and really see how far you've come in years and months and in weeks even. Some of you may even be feeling yourself shifting day to day and moment to moment as the energy of your timeline is getting extremely accelerated. And the advice that we will bring forward through the wisdom we have gained in our interaction, co-creating together, is that the practicing and preparing, the initiation phases, they are complete. They are complete. Everything that you need to get through your shift, you have downloaded inside of your physical vessel. And it is only a matter of self-love as to whether or not you go into the places where that light and wisdom has been stored. There are many things that we would like you to know other than the Akashic downloads you've been receiving and how they are ready for you now. We would also like to discuss the path of one's mission. And we would also like to inform many of the third wave of volunteers that the mission work you will be engaging in is on the other side of this shift. That you right now are not to hurry up because you have somehow fallen behind the others. You are to be exactly where you are. You see, while their process was earlier in the timeline, the unfolding of their spirit and their shadow was also a much longer road. The energy was moving slower then. But you are in such an accelerated process, and the energy is moving in such a way that it is actually now in your favor, that you are going through what can be called a quantum leap. And we do not want you to compare your journey to others. Because as much as you may desire something in this moment, it may be the will of the higher self and source that you allow yourself to surrender and learn what is before you, gather your information. Your mission is not so much about the others as it is you and what you're gathering. And when you understand the concept that each and every one of you has exactly what it takes to ascend your consciousness outside of this matrix reality, you will not worry about the others so much. And we'll bring forward again that it is very noticeable to us that this is between each individual human and the God force field. If you have witnessed the human behavior on your planet, you will see that not all beings listen. So why would they listen to you? We love you so much. Why would they listen to you? If they are not willing to hear Source, if they are not willing to hear, why would they listen to you? You see, you were never meant to learn and absorb information through words. It was through the observance of your reality that you were to gather information and expand, but then it was distorted. And now that you are elevating back into the places where you are in your natural blueprint, you will find yourself here again, once again. We love you. And we are collectively bringing forward that it is time to step into who you've become. That all of us, the ascended masters, the light beings, Source, we are ready for you to embody your light. We are ready for you to step into the initiation that you have walked. And for those of you that find yourself in a very accelerated quantum leap, perhaps waking up just months ago, perhaps waking up a year ago, you are going through a deepening phase right now. Your manifestations are not ready to come in yet. Please allow yourself the opening and clearing that you feel flushing through your body. It will not take long should you surrender. It will not take long. And on the other side of you stepping into who you are meant to be during this time, we will remind you of the anchoring that is taking place. You may find in your reality you are being presented with many situations coming forward to see how certain you are of your new belief systems, of your new boundaries, of your new desires. You will see situations coming forward to ask you to make a choice. Are you in or are you out? And should you stay in alignment with your highest desire and move from that place, you will find yourself anchoring, grounding into more of your higher dimensional self, thus receiving a new frequency, new energies and feelings in the body, thus downloading more genetic upgrades to allow you to move into different expressions of the human blueprint. Do you see? Do you see how we're moving together? You have passed the threshold of where we were all meeting. You have passed the consciousness marker that was needed to ascertain this shift. And so in many ways, we do want to tell you that the work is done, that you must now play and allow it to materialize into physical form. Your work, sweet being of light, is not to weave the universal components together so that it materializes into the physical realm. Your work as a creator is to allow yourself to be in the vision and the frequency of something until it feels as if it is yours. And then you will be called into action. But the being called into action is not just a choice by you. It is a choice by you and Source together in alignment with the purity of what you had set out, what you had embarked on. You see. The energies are going to come and go. They are going to fluctuate. And by now you know what your body needs. We're going to recommend more grounding than your hearts can imagine, of course. And we're also going to ask you to be in as much natural water as you can in the coming weeks. Your planet is harmonizing with its collective, which means the hearts on the planet are being elevated into Gaia's new frequency. There is a lot going on your planet. And we want to encourage you to continue to look for your highest timeline. Because along with the timeline of fear, your highest timeline is present. And when you look for it, gently, loosely, Source will show you. Source will show you. But you must be the observer, not the hunter. And we have found that many of you feel as though you need to be the hunter when you know what you want. And we want you to be the visionary. We want you to be the visionary, concocting an image so strong in your mind that you confuse your psyche at times with how real it is. And then from there, we would invite you to play. We would invite you to get your hands in the dirt and grow a flower. We would invite you to walk in the woods. The blending that is happening right now, you feel it, don't you? The deliciousness between your human self and this wildly multidimensional being that you are. And learning how to merge these two worlds inside of you is the fun that is the bridge to New Earth. It is the fun that is the bridge to New Earth. It can be easy to be sucked in to the fear timeline, even if just momentarily. And for those of you who have walked through their shadow, who have walked themselves through the pain of living in a matrix reality and back into the upper echelon of your spirit, we are going to ask that you turn away from that fear timeline and pivot yourself as much as you need to, but be very aware. Be very aware. Balance is everything as you finish out this month, this sweet expression of your time. We are also going to advise all hearts that even though you know the truth about your reality, which is not always benevolent, that you find ways to make peace with it. And just like any toxic behavior, making peace with it doesn't mean that you allow it or that you condone it. It means that you accept that it is a part of your reality in this moment, and you do not push pressure. You do not put pressure against that energy, because it'll create resistance inside of you. We promise you there is a silver lining in all things. We promise you. There is a higher vantage point as to why the God Force field has entertained all creation throughout all time. We love you and we love your planet. And we love all of these sweet souls spending time with us here today. We want you to keep lifting your heart as best you can and know that the work for many of you listening to these messages here is done. You have walked through the coals of transformation. And now, bathe your body in the healing light of the sun. Yes, it is hot, but it is transformative. It is renewing you. If you are having trouble grounding, breath work will do. If you cannot get outdoors, breath work will do. Your nervous system needs a bit of a reset before the energies begin to activate you again, and this is coming soon. You have another wave of light coming, and it will activate your planet greatly. You have had some time for rest and integration of the last wave. And we are going to ask that if your nervous system at this time is feeling a little even overwhelmed, that you allow yourself to go deeper into practices of soothing so that you can enjoy the coming upgrades. In the last wave of upgrades, there were people that felt delicious, and there were people that felt very ill, very unwell in their body. It is important that you detox your body of parasites and heavy metals so that the gut and brain can regulate the light coming into your system, can regulate the electric impulses that are coming from these activations to send the appropriate information to the DNA. If you are being called, please listen. If you are being called to cleanse your body, please listen. It will help you in the future activations. We are glad to always have this time to come back together in this collective pot and melt all of this heart soup together. We love you so much. We need you to shake off that last activation. We need you to shake it off now. We need you to let yourself watch funny videos, let your vibration rise a little, let yourself not be so stressed about the things that are weighing on you. Yes, we understand. There are still bills, there are still jobs, there are still mortgages. We understand. But that doesn't mean you can't find moments of joy. It doesn't mean that you can't give yourself moments of surrender. Every being starts somewhere. Every being starts somewhere. Do your best. That's all that's being asked of you. You are so close to so many beautiful changes. You are here, and you feel it unraveling all around you. But like any journey, that doesn't mean that there will not be bumps along the road. Because there has been, and there will be. But when you hold tight to that vision of New Earth, those bumps are small in comparison to recognizing that you are taking power back over your planet, that you are reviving Gaia and humanity at the same time. There are so many beautiful things that are occurring, and we want you to seek them out, and just look. Feel the light around you. Feel the light around you. Call it in closer than ever before. And open your heart, sweet beings. Open your heart. We always joke with Crystal after every healing that is presented. There is a constriction when you get to the other side, and you need to gently loosen it, and you don't even know that there is constriction outside of the healing, as you've had to let go and purge so many energies until you are far beyond the healing and you recognize how light and free you now are. So we're just going to advise, as we close up today's message, that you each individually go into your heart, not only to attune yourself to the wisdom of the new chords that you have recently anchored, but to allow yourself these beautiful moments of recognizing the ascent within you, recognizing the light within you, recognizing what's already done. You are loved more than you can comprehend. You have guidance all around you. All of you. Every last one. And they will be as present as you let them. And it is not your words that let them be present in your life. It is your energy. It is your openness. It is your surrender. It is your asking. Don't be afraid to talk to your team. They love hearing from you. Stay strong, light workers. When you are out and about, look people in the eyes and smile. Show them where the good still exists. And keep your heart open, because there is more to come. And we are just getting started. We love you. We are always with you. We are complete.